Welcome to episode 11 of the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Northwest Arkansas podcast series. This series is part of our celebration of 25 years of service in the NWA. I'm your host, Jen Yonda. We have an urgent plea for men to volunteer to be bigs in our community. Currently, we have 72 waiting littles, and of those, 58 are guys. So I thought we should hear from the guys. Joining me today are Big Brothers Gunnar Gilbert, Joshua Prusak, and Sarkis Collegian. Not only are they bigs in our program, but they are also fraternity brothers in Theta Chi. Now let's begin with Big Brother Gunnar and his little brother partner. Guys, how's it going?
Doing so good.
Good. You ready to get started?
Ready.
Okay. First question, how long have you guys been matched?
So I think we're actually we're really close to our 2-year mark, which is so exciting. It's been a really fun 2 years.
This month, isn't it?
I believe so. I was looking back on my calendar right before this, and I know I had my interview, I think, day 2 years ago to be matched, and it was really soon after that. So I think late June.
Okay. What do you guys enjoy doing together pre-coronavirus?
Golf.
Really?
Yeah. I got him pretty good into golf. So I live on a golf course, like at the links. So it's been fun to get him out there and play. We've also done pretty much anything outside, from like fishing to bike riding to took him to a couple sports games. So anything like that. It's been fun.
That's nice. What's your handicap?
I'm not good enough to tell you. We just go out there and play. Partner's pretty good, actually. So pretty impressed by him.
Nice. And partner, I also saw you're really big into music production. How'd you get into that?
I started on my phone, just messing around with stuff on GarageBand, and I don't know, I just really enjoy listening to music. I think it shows a lot of emotion, and it's a way to like express yourself that I just enjoy it a lot, and that's really what I want to do for a living. So hoping to get good at it. And
I love that. Do you guys have similar tastes in music?
No.
Yeah.
So granted, I didn't listen to a lot of music. I wasn't very big into music when I met partner, and obviously he's really good in band and everything else that he does. But normally I just, like, when we get in my car, I just give him the aux, and he's actually put me on a lot of really good music. So I'm kind of going over that side. I really like what he plays. So.
Nice. Partner, can we connect after this and you can put me on some new music? I love to go down the YouTube rabbit hole and find unknown bands, and that's my favorite thing. So, and you produce your own music too, right?
I've only made a couple different beats and songs and stuff, but nothing too crazy. I'm still like working on them. Yeah.
We normally do like a little musical intro and tag out on these podcasts. If you want to share it with me, I'll put it on this one.
I'll send you something.
That would be awesome. Gunnar is always raving about your music. I was reading through your match support contacts with each other, and that's one of the things Gunnar always mentions, so I like that. Okay, so we're 9 weeks into a global pandemic. 9 weeks? 10?
Yeah, somewhere around there. It's been way too many. Feels
way
like
too many weeks. How are you guys keeping in touch through this?
So it's definitely been difficult. Like I said earlier, like the things we like to do are outside. We like to be together. We like to hang out, see the outdoors, see a sports game, and obviously that's not happening anymore. So it's been difficult, but we do a lot of stuff like this. Like we'll get on Zoom and we'll just talk to each other. I'll ask him about his family and things going on. I mean, I tell you, every time I call him, he always says something different, whether it's like kayaking trip or just whatever he's doing. It's always interesting to talk to him and just make sure he's doing well and having a good summer.
I love that. I am also an outdoorsy person, so kayaking is kind of my favorite go-to activity right now during this pandemic. So any plans to hang out once these social restrictions are lifted, or are you already hanging out?
We haven't really started hanging out yet. We're kind of trying to plan on it soon. I'd like to take him. One of the first places I'd like to take him is Top Golf. because that just opened up. And I actually got a summer fun pass. Me and a couple of my buddies did. And so we get to play for free from like 10 to 5 on weekdays. So I plan on taking him out there for sure. And then just I really would like to get a camping trip, like maybe an overnight camping trip, if I can call up Big Brothers Big Sisters and get all this stuff together on that. I think that would be really fun for the both of us.
Nice.
So,
For real.
Where do you guys want to go? Buffalo River or?
Buffalo is definitely an option. That's one of my favorite places.
oh, I love that place too. So yeah, that's definitely up there.
Have you hiked Hawksbill Crag yet?
We haven't together, but I have personally.
It's a good hike
So
over
it's,
there.
Yeah.
it's so beautiful. I actually went there during the quarantine because I thought it'd be open. I drove like the 2 hours over there to Hawksbill Crag from Fayetteville, and I didn't realize it was closed. So it was so disappointing. I found some other stuff to do, but
Yeah,
that
a
one-
lot of
that
those
hurt my
trails
heart.
are closed and they're finally starting to reopen again.
Mhm.
Okay, tell me about when you guys, well, first, Gunnar, tell me about why you decided to volunteer as a Big Brother.
Okay. So I guess being a little selfish here, being honest, like I was looking in the summer of my sophomore year for volunteer opportunities because I knew the med school applications would be around the corner. And so I was trying to find some stuff that I'd like, that'd be fun. And so I found Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I thought this would just be a good, good volunteer opportunity. I thought it'd be fun and wouldn't be too bad. But I got into it, and I really learned a lot through this, and I'm so glad this is the one I've chose. I really feel like I'm the man I am today because of this program, and Partners taught me a lot, honestly, as much as I hope I've taught him.
Has he taught you anything, partner?
Yeah.
No.
He's like, yeah, sure. Okay, I'll give you that. Gunnar, talk about when you first met partner. What was it like? Were you nervous? Were you excited?
So I was feeling a lot of nerves. I knew when I went into the interview some of the things that I said I wanted. I wanted someone who was like outdoorsy and that like I could go do things with and go hang out with and just like be a brother to. But like I'm an only child, so I've never had a brother relationship, so I didn't really understand how that would work. But I think one of the first things we did was it was either kayaking or biking. I think it was biking was the first thing
I
we did.
think it was like
I
Lake
think it was
Fayetteville.
biking Lake Fayetteville, and I mean I thought it just came naturally. I thought we were able to connect really early. Obviously there was a little like awkwardness at first because you're just trying to meet each other, but I thought it went as smoothly as possible, and I was really excited to have a cool little brother. It makes it a lot easier because he's not far off my age. So like I think when we met, he was just going into high school, and so I was a sophomore in college, so I knew all about just that transition to high school, and like that was really close to where I was. So
Those
that was a
shared
lot of stuff we could
experiences,
talk about right there.
you hadn't forgot what that was like yet. Partner, what do you think about Gunnar when you first
Exactly.
met him?
Oh,
It was really because my mom put me in the program, and at first I didn't even want to be in the program, but I'm really, really, really glad that she did put me in it. So, but yeah, I thought Gunnar was great. You know, he was very outdoorsy. We hung out a lot. It was fun.
You guys have a lot of adventures under your belt. So, okay, partner, Gunnar talked about, what it was like having recently been in high school, remembering those experiences. Has he helped you at all with any of these major milestones in high school?
I mean, yeah, hearing like his stories and the experiences he went through just makes me think about like how I act myself in high school, and I feel like it's helped me a lot.
Good. That's awesome. And Gunnar, congratulations, going to med school.
I'm so excited. I finally got in. It was a wild process because I think I applied last July to get in. So I've been waiting. I think I waited for about 9-10 months, and then I finally got off the wait list because I got put on the wait list, and then I got off of it probably about 2 months ago. And so I'm so excited.
That's exciting. So where are you going for med school?
So I'll be in Little Rock, so about 3 hours away.
And what do you think this is going to mean for the relationship the two of you have built once you move halfway across the state?
So pretty much what I plan to do and what we've kind of talked about is we may call every once in a while just to check up on each other. But I plan on going to Fayetteville. I love Fayetteville. It's one of my favorite places. All my friends are still here, and I'm always welcome to stay with any of them. And so every time I come up, I'm gonna call a partner just to see what he's up to, see if he wants to, I don't know, go out to eat or go to like a baseball game, football game, whenever that opens back up. So I know we're gonna stay close. That's not a question.
Partner, what do you think it's going to mean for you guys when Gunner moves away?
It'll be a little upsetting at first. We don't get to hang out as much, but I'm sure when he comes up to visit, we'll have a lot of great times together.
And then what, 2 years away, he'll be back for your high school graduation?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I plan
Are
on
you
coming
gonna
up.
are you gonna have a sign? Are you gonna be in the stand?
I'm gonna be one of those screaming families, like, woo! So excited. I can't wait to embarrass him so bad. It'll make my day.
And well, with you just graduating during a pandemic, Gunner, how was that? Was it a little anticlimactic?
It was weird because I had all of April planned. Like I didn't take too hard classes my senior year, just how my schedule worked out. So that was really nice. And I was planning on April really saying my goodbyes and hanging out with all my friends and like really making those connections to make sure they last for the rest of my life. But it really cut short. People started going home. You didn't really get to say goodbye to a lot of people that you formed these really close relationships over 4 years. So that was tough. But I mean, we're making it through it for sure.
Partner, before we let you go, anything else you want to tell me about your match with you and Gunner?
It's been a lot of fun. I'm very glad my mom put me in this program. You know, it's a great program. I've enjoyed it. Awesome.
I mean, he's really cool. He really excels at a lot of things he does, which is what like amazed me about him. I should talk more about that in the podcast, but I mean, he is really an exceptional kid. So proud
Well, I
of
feel
him.
like, I mean, that ties in. You excel at a lot of things you do as well.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope I can inspire some ambition out of him for sure. It's my goal.
I mean, you've been a good advocate for Big Brothers Big Sisters. You've been a good big brother to partner. Getting into med school, I think that's inspirational in and of itself.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about your role in Theta Chi.
Oh man, I could go on for hours. Theta guy absolutely been my baby for 3.5 years of college. So I mean, it was founded by two guys. They really started it, and then we grew. I came in about 20th in there, and then as soon as I got in, I started taking over leadership roles and really tried to do everything I could to help this fraternity expand. We reached 52 guys when we became official chapter of Theta Chi fraternity. So we're the Kappa Zeta chapter, and then we're around triple digits. I think we're slightly under, but almost 100 people that we've got in 3 years, and we really have a good message, a good cause, and man, are we really proud to be Kappa Zetas, every single one of us.
I love that. So you were, is it fair to say, one of the original members of bringing Theta Chi to the University of Arkansas?
I was a founding member of the Theta Chi or Kappa Zeta chapter of Theta Chi fraternity.
Was that a hard process?
Oh, I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, there were multiple all-nighters writing applications to make sure that we got in there. I didn't have to do too much of that, but what I did is I did a lot of founding of our like processes, ideas, the things we do, like recruitment. We had to found a lot of stuff, like how are we going to recruit people? What's going to be our niche? I took the role of the marshal, which was my favorite role in the fraternity. And that's pretty much just like your pledge educator. So what I did was I took, I think, anywhere from 12 to 24 guys, and I just took them from where they are and just tried to make them better in everything I did. And obviously we stood very hard against non-hazing policies, non-sexual assault. If anyone caught anybody doing anything, that was reported and they'd be kicked out. They'd be very harshly punished. Like we just did not stand for that. And so I got to teach them those values, the reasons we started this fraternity, what we were trying to do here on campus. And there's three things that I really tried to emphasize, and that was academics, like keeping your grades up, because we stay at the top of the fraternities. Even though we are not an IFC fraternity, our GPA is always very high. Brotherhood, we want to stay close and make sure that it's not for just 4 years, that it extends onward. And I really think that I made my best friends through this fraternity. That'll be my best men at my wedding and wherever. And then leadership, because what we want to do, and we say this too much, but we don't want to go into the workforce. We want to be able to lead the workforce, and we want to be good men and role models to everyone we encounter. Extend a helping hand.
I think that dovetails nicely into being a mentor.
Exactly.
Because those same values carry over, being a good man, being a good role model. Is partner going to be in your wedding one day too?
Oh, I hope so. Oh, absolutely.
A groomsman or a ring bearer?
I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how it goes, but I know he'll be there for sure, and he'll be a part of it because he's such. Yeah.
Now, you and I met last year when you hosted a match activity for Bigs and Littles at the Hog Pen.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that come about? Well, whose idea was that to have your fraternity brothers host Bigs and Littles at a baseball game?
So after I became the marshal, I was the president of the fraternity for a year. And one of the things that I really wanted to do was expand our reach in philanthropy, because philanthropy is so important, just helping out in the community. And so we had a lot of small ideas, things we could do, but we really wanted to do some bigger things, like with a larger group of people. And so I just thought about partner, and I was like, hey, I've got this great program that I think they would love an activity with us. And we had some extra money. Actually, I think we had a tailgate fund to like buy like hot dogs and stuff. And we were like, hey, let's throw some of that tailgate money into a philanthropy event. And so I think I talked to you, or I talked to someone, and end up calling my philanthropy chair and be like, hey, we got to make this happen. I think this would be a really good idea. And it came together, and it worked beautifully. So I was really happy with that.
We had a great turnout for that event. And I think my favorite part about that night was talking to all the littles, and the majority of guys that we had there had never been to a baseball game before.
Mm-hmm.
So they were really excited. Some of them brought gloves. Some of them, had done t-ball, but none of them had seen a college or professional, not even the Naturals, play. So that was their first experience, and you guys were pretty instrumental. And then we were going to do it again this year.
Yeah.
Thanks, coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
That spoiled those plans. Do you think that's something they'll carry over next year, even after you're gone?
Oh, I'll make sure it is. Especially now we have so many guys within this program. I think it'll be a lot easier of transition to really get something big for Big Brothers Big Sisters, because I know it's going to impact their life just like it impacted mine, and they'll want to give back too, and they have the outlet to do that. That's what I really enjoy about being in a fraternity and having that, because you have a group of people who combine their money, and they're able to do some really impactful things if they do it the right way. Obviously, some people don't, and a lot of fraternities have gone down that way. And we really want to be the light, and we really want to just like lead by example. Like, we don't want to tell anybody they're doing wrong. We don't want to push anybody's buttons, but we just want to do everything we can to improve what it means to be a fraternity man, because sometimes it comes under fire. And
for sure, I think there can be a bad stigma with being part of a fraternity these days.
Yeah, absolutely. But thankfully, I have to give credit to the rest of IFC fraternities on campus. They have really changed their ways in the last a lot of years. So there's a lot of big advocates in Greek life for doing good and stopping sexual assault, stopping hazing. Obviously, you have some bad apples, but there's a lot of great people in Greek life, and I'm really proud to be a part of it.
Okay, so Gunnar, you and I were just talking about continuing tradition with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and last year 5 of your fraternity brothers signed up to be volunteers. So I was really excited to see that. Obviously, your advocacy as a big has paid off. So Joshua, you are one of those big brothers, and you were just matched, right?
Yes. In March, I got my match with Jaden, and then since then, I haven't heard much about it, like when we're gonna meet or what the plan is because of due to COVID and things like that. Which I mean, that makes sense. It's a pretty good reason. But I'm hoping to start doing something soon, even if it's just virtual. But yeah.
When they proposed your match with you, would they, we try and match people on similar interests. So what was it about Jaden that they thought, hey, you're going to make a great match with Jaden?
They told me he was a pretty outgoing person, which I like. I like people to talk and have a good conversation with as opposed to just an awkward silence. He's a big sports guy. So am I. I've played basically every sport throughout my life. And I think he said that his favorite sport right now is basketball, but I'm going to convert him to soccer. So.
How would you do that? Oh.
And yeah, they said that he's a very outgoing person. He's very energetic and he likes sports. So I think that was the two things that they matched us with. I think they said he was either like somewhere between 9 or 11. I don't remember exactly what they said his age was, but he's a little younger. So
a little bit younger than Partner. Now, have you seen Partner and Gunner hanging out before?
Yeah, I've seen them at a few baseball games and a few tailgates and things like that. I've also seen Gunner leave a few things because he's going to go catch a movie with Partner, things like that. So I think I've met him and actually talked to him once or twice, but I've seen them together a few times.
So post-COVID, not counting virtual, what do you think will be the first thing the two of you do? Will it be a basketball game or will it be a soccer game?
It'll be basketball because I'll have to, I have to give in at first, do the things that he likes, and then maybe suggest. It's a long game. It's not something that's gonna happen overnight.
Playing the long game here. I see you, my man. Oh.
How does mentoring tie in with your ideals as Theta Chi?
I think they go hand in hand really well. So the Theta Chi motto is an assisting hand. And that basically means to me that any chance that we have to help others who are in need in any way, shape, or form, whether it's they need help moving furniture, they need help because they don't have somebody in their life to look up to and have somebody to lead them and guide them through like the tough things that we all need help with in life at that age. We have an obligation to help those people. And I think that is exactly what Big Brothers Big Sisters is about.
Also, Josh is, like I talked about earlier, I was the marshal or the pledge educator. Josh is our new one. So if there's anyone in this fraternity that is able to mentor people, I believe Josh would be a really good person for that.
Sarkis, you were just matched, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And who were you matched with?
His name's Gavin. He's 11 years old. We were matched just a few weeks ago, actually. We've only met with him twice so far, but we'll actually be meeting again today about 5 p.m.
You were actually one of our first virtual match introductions. Is there anything that you're really excited for?
To have a big brother.
Well, my name is Sarkis Kalajan. I go to University of Arkansas, where I'm majoring in biochemistry and psychology.
And my mom just told me about this program and told me that I get a big brother, which was so I was happy.
He's really cool, honestly. He really likes to play a lot of online video games. And when we first had our first call just together without any of the parents or for the match introduction and everything, his parents just telling me about all the things he likes to do, and he showed me his trampoline. It was really fun and outgoing.
How old is he?
He's 11, and I actually have a 10-year-old sister, so I can kind of understand where he's coming from.
Absolutely. And do you also like to play online video games?
Yeah, there's some I like to do. So we were talking about trying to do something together maybe, or my sister actually likes playing some of the ones he likes too, so I was getting them connected.
Do you guys have any plans for what you're going to do the first time you see each other not virtually?
So last week when we met, he actually had a couple questions about grilling. So I was thinking we can do a big cookout and maybe I can show him a thing or two.
That is
Are we
an
invited to
excellent
that?
idea.
Huh?
Are me and Josh gonna be invited to that, or like?
Everybody's invited.
Yeah, I would love that too.
I like bratwurst on the grill. I'll bring mine.
All right, there we go.
That's a perfect summertime activity. I think that's an excellent idea.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, and hopefully you is too.
Sarkis, why did you want to volunteer to begin with?
Honestly, it probably started about a year ago when we had a tailgate with Big Brothers Big Sisters at Bomb during a baseball game. And I was just meeting with a lot of the kids that are looking for bigger brothers, or they had bigger brothers. And it was just a really cool activity, and hanging out with them was a ton of fun. And then there were a couple of times where you guys came and actually spoke at chapter, and it just sounded something interesting, cool to get involved with. And I thought it'd be great to have an impact on a kid's life, especially since my family just recently moved to California and my sister hasn't been around that age. I figured it'd be fun to have someone else around her age that I could bond with and be a mentor for.
So a lot of times when I talk to guys about mentoring, we have 72 waiting littles right now. 58 of them are boys. So that's always our biggest need is guys to step up and be mentors. And a lot of times when I ask them to volunteer, they say, oh, you don't want me. You want someone with more experience. You want someone who knows what they're doing. What would you guys say to those guys?
I had no idea what I was doing. Straight up. I've never had a little brother. I've been an only child. I didn't really understand how to mentor someone. But what I've tried to do is just really get in there and just treat him like a friend. Like, treat him like he's your best friend. Like, do the things that you like to do the things that he likes to do, and just hang out with him. Just being able to be there for him. And, like, if he wants to talk, let him talk. If he doesn't, just hang out with him. Show him a good time. And so I know all these guys know how to have fun. Like, they know how to talk to someone. Like, it's really not hard to be a mentor, to be a big in this program. It's just taking the time to do it. And you can just create so much of an impact by doing that. So that's why I love this program.
Josh,
Yeah,
say?
I would agree with the fact that, I mean, I don't think anyone really knows like what they're doing. Most people aren't at this age have a whole lot of experience being like a mentor to somebody. I have a little brother who I like to think I've been a mentor to throughout his life, but he might say something different. But I think that the main thing to keep in mind is if you have gone through the same stage of life as them, then you have some sort of knowledge to give them and some sort of perspective to give them that is valuable to them because you've had those experiences and you've been through it, and you can help them maybe do the things that you might have done that were successful, or maybe avoid the things that you've done that maybe weren't as successful at that stage in life. So I think that anybody's really qualified. If you have, been a teenager before, you're qualified to talk to people who are like a teenager and tell them your experiences. And like Gunnar said, it's more so about just being a friend to them than it is being a mentor, I would think, because you really should just let them dictate the relationship. Like he was saying, if they want to talk, then listen. If they want to just go have fun, then just go have fun. You just need to be whatever they need you to be.
It's a great opportunity, and like I'm really glad I got involved with it, and I hope more guys in our area do.
Gunnar, I talk a lot about our match support managers and how we try to support people, right? You said you didn't know what you were doing going in. Has that been valuable to you?
Oh, absolutely. I just know that this program is there. If I ever need anything, or if I come up in a sticky situation that I don't know how to handle, I know exactly who to call. So that's just kind of been a good backboard for me. Just like if anything happens, I'm pressed against the wall. Like Big Brothers Big Sisters program is always there for me. And those monthly calls, they always ask me how I'm doing, how they can help. I know if like I ran out of ideas to do something with a partner, they've had plenty of ideas. There's always like activities going on that me and partner can attend. And if I ever come up with anything that I don't know if I can handle, I know that they're there for me. So that's always really nice.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. I appreciate all of you talking to me today. I like what you guys had to say about how it ties in with your fraternity and how you don't need any experience, right? Just a will to want to do good in the world. And that's all it needs.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. A reminder, we are posting 2 podcasts a month. You can follow our journey on our YouTube page or Facebook, as well as our website, BBBSNWA.org. Music for today's podcast was produced by Little Brother Partner. Thank you so much for sharing your talent with us. In the meantime, if you have a story for big brothers, big sisters that you would like to share with us, we want to hear how mentoring has impacted your life. Give us a call at 479-966-4366 or email us at enrollment